I didn't even know that Khaby Lame lost a lot of Instagram or TikTok followers.
Khaby Lame is the #1 subscribed to TikToker. His career seems like a dream. Over 160 million people follow him, he has countless viral videos, and almost everyone has heard of him. But if you dive a little deeper, you'll discover that his fame resulted in a worse, darker outcome that you might not have expected. So in
No,
this
I
video,
didn't.
we will be getting into the main reason why Khaby Lame is receiving such an insane amount of hate. But firstly, I want to say, this guy does not deserve the hate in my opinion. Some of the comments made are just disgusting and rude, and I do not agree with them in any way. And so with that, let's get into it. Khaby Lame's story starts out very wholesome.
Yeah, from what I understand, like he did a lot of work as well. I think he studied a bit of Mr. Bean, if I'm not mistaken, because it was very much based on everybody should be allowed to enjoy the comedy, and physical comedy is one of the better things to do that. Hence why Mr. Bean hits so many hearts in so many countries. And when you're seeing a person like this, he's kind of also, let's be honest, he's pointing out silly things on the internet. Like, you know, when they're going like, ding, 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 setting up the camera. Ding, 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 and then... You still have to set up the camera. It's ridiculous, right? And he's taking that into consideration and saying, hey, this is stupid. Maybe think before you post for attention. I agree with him.
During the pandemic, Khaby lost his job in a factory and began to make TikToks before quickly catching popularity and becoming a TikTok sensation. So in my opinion, it's cool to learn that TikTok made someone who needed fame famous. His videos contain clips of useless ideas and inventions that you could easily just use a normal action or tool to complete.
Yeah. And they were like this grand sensationalized things. And everybody's like, oh my god, Khaby Lame. Oh my god, look at this great thing. And he was like, cheese grater. Same thing, same effect, same result.
And I know a lot of people already know his style of video, but I know there's a few people watching this that aren't going to know. So I just want to give some background to what content he makes. The TikTok audience saw his content as funny, harmless, and enjoyable, so he didn't receive much hate. At first, of course. During 2020, Khaby and Charli D'Amelio were both fighting to be the most followed TikTok account, and finally, by a few millions, Khaby managed to pass Charli, holding the title as the king of TikTok. But all of a sudden, everything changed. It all started when Khaby...
I really wonder, because I haven't seen this video, so I really wonder what could have happened to change the outcome of this situation, because... Well, I don't really wonder. It's probably some liberal people that got really offended by something and started to try to cancel him.
Khaby Lame posted a simple message on his Instagram in 2021.
About God,
Say
maybe.
no to racism was all it said. And
okay.
you'd think everyone who saw his story would take one glance and say, yeah, agreed. But no, this actually brought him tons of backlash. Tons of people were in the comments, stated that they were going to unfollow him now. All because he made an anti-racism post. Insane. And with the snap of a finger, Khaby began to bleed followers. I even found a TikTok comment claiming they only followed Khaby so that he could beat Charli. While this backlash was stupid, other stronger backlash in the future would be significantly worse.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous backlash. Hey, say no to racism, kids. That's it. You didn't preach or anything. It was just, say no to racism. And then it's like, oh, fuck you, I won't follow you now. You told me what to do. Rabble.
Now, it's unclear why so many people unfollowed Khaby due to the anti-racism post. Maybe some people thought it was too, quote, woke. I don't know. But
I mean,
Khaby
isn't he
ended
black?
up responding on his Instagram story where he claimed he doesn't care about the numbers anyway, and if people want to unfollow him, they can. Kind of ridiculous that people ended up getting mad over this. But here we are. Obviously, the people who unfollowed did lead to a smaller amount of views, but the impact wasn't very significant. And let's be honest, those people he lost, he was probably better off without. Fast forward to year 2024, and Khaby Lame can't release one TikTok without the top comments being, forgot this guy existed, let it go bro, it's over. And, you used to be famous, now you're like a nobody.
Forgot this guy existed with 1.3k likes. I mean, you guys are still watching him. He's still winning to some degree. So, well, also you're never going to stay at the top your whole life. Like you might be in the top echelon on the S or A tier, but you're never going to be number one for all your time. Like he knocked down Charli D'Amelio. So it's just showing you that somebody else will always come to the top because there's a new trend or a new ideology that follows. For example, PewDiePie that beat T-Series, and T-Series just had a lot more money. and then Mr. Beast, and now most likely Cristiano Ronaldo will overdo Mr. Beast.
Once you think about it, this is incredibly strange. He has 160 million followers, fans, whatever you call them. Why can't they make the top comments? Why are the top comments trolls? The first reason is simple. Khaby became too repetitive for the TikTok audience. On TikTok, in order to stay what most would call relevant, you have to constantly change and revolve, I forgot the word, whatever the word is, to fit new expectations, and most TikTokers do this by switching up their content to keep the audience's interest. Take Ryan William Johnson, who came back after being popular on YouTube in the early 2000s, and he came back with YouTube Shorts, where he changed from roasts and reactions to viral clips to true crime shorts. By constantly changing and involving, I still can't remember the word, Ryan is able to keep the audience's attention. It's not really Khaby's fault the average TikToker has the attention span of a fish, but of course...
No, it's not his fault. TikTok is made for that constant dopamine. So people are always constantly looking for new shinies. And his content is the same repetition. So it's not a new shiny. It's still funny. I think it's still pretty good content. It's a pretty good physical comedy in general. But it is not a new shiny. The problem I have with this logic is that most TikTok, for a good while, 2 years or so, was dances, TikTok dances. And you saw that in the Fortnite dances that came out, was all TikTok dances. You saw that in the lawsuits. You saw, like, it was just TikTok dances. Even the Charleston made it back onto the internet. And that is the most repetitive thing you can do. At least he's doing a different thing every time. It's not like he's doing a dance like... You know?
Course, no one on TikTok cares. Once again, I absolutely in no way hate this dude. I'm simply recording the reasoning behind the backlash. Trolls rushed to his videos, and one even commented, "You're telling me he has more followers than Charlie?"
Yeah,
and they used the wrong "your." See, "you're telling me" is correct. I'm just kidding. Delete your paragraph. Anyway, while not being as big as he was in early 2022, and even though a decent large chunk of between 60 to 70 followers are completely inactive, he still does pull decent views, but the criticism hasn't stopped at coming after Khaby for being repetitive. Some claim he's a sellout. A TikTok has recently released showing some store items, and Khaby released some items in the store such as a taco holder set, garlic peeler, and bowl hugger. The internet can call this guy what they want, but
what do you mean a sellout? Like, he's allowed to sell his own products? No? That's not being a sellout, that's creating your own products, that's being an entrepreneur. I mean, if he was like, I'm just going to wear Nike all day and just talk about Nike all day, that's a sellout. You sold out to Nike. But this very much seems like he made his own product line. And if the internet is calling him a sellout for that, what do you guys want from your celebrities or the people you follow? Do you not want them good? Or at least not negative?
But he is making some serious money right now. People are also commented annoyed feelings towards the constant advertisements Khaby now has. But once again, this is him making a lot of money, so it's understandable why a TikToker would take this opportunity. I mean, TikTok isn't exactly known for paying tons for TikTok views. Even though trolls love to fill every comment section, and usually at least one top comment is hating, Khaby Lame has actually found some pretty good success as of year 2024, and he has even been featured in a movie with Will Smith, had multiple advertisements,
wow,
and even...
I did see one of the advertisements because he did a boss, I think, be your own boss, that advertisement, and I'm sure that paid him a lot of money because I used to do modeling, well, I do modeling still, and the amount of money you get for being more well-known is a lot more than if you're not a well-known model.
Gotten a Fortnite skin. Okay, I'm not sure what year the Fortnite skin was, but you get the idea. Despite the trolls claiming he completely fell off and part of his audience leaving, Khaby Lame has been making some serious cash, and his view count averaging over 6 million views per TikTok.
I mean, that's
he may be receiving a lot of hate, but his career is not over yet.
No, not at all.
With TikTok, it can happen very soon, as we know with so many examples.
Yes. And that is probably why you need to make a YouTube. Because if you can make... Well, the thing is, his long-form content wouldn't be as good, I think, unless he started making like actual Mr. Bean films. Or like short... Or like Mr. Bean YouTube videos. Because he does have a very short-related... As in shorts-related content.
such as Charli D'Amelio and countless others. To put it simply, while Khaby Lame lost a large part of his audience due to an incredibly stupid reason, and while trolls constantly attack him and claim he fell off and everyone forgot about him, he may be considered forgotten, but he's not actually doing as bad as everyone claims. That's it for today. See you in the next one. Also, a scientific study shows that every time you like this video, 1,000 milligrams of luck come your way. Also, sorry about the last video. It was getting blocked. I don't know how to explain it, but it got copyright. Something with copyright in the music, so it was like getting blocked. I eventually just gave up and just privated the video. And
I'm sure you get some luck for subscribing to this channel too.